Okay, let's try this again. My camera is being dumb. It would have almost been faster to do a not rough cut video, but we are back with Coffee Corner. It has been a crazy week, y'all. I'm going to be doing a pretty fast video because earlier when I was trying to do this, it was cutting off saying my storage was low on my camera. So we're gonna just keep going and see how long we can get. So if I cut off randomly in the middle, you'll know why. But like I was saying, it's been a crazy week. It is, for those of you watching right now, you know it's an election. Oh, it was election day earlier this weekend. That has had been sort of crazy and stressful, and then there was just some crazy stressful stuff. In personal life as there normally is. You're not planning on it, but it happens. So I don't know about you. I it's been sort of draining this week because there are some times where all I've wanted to do is go back to bed, and whew, it's it has been a week. So honestly, I just wanted to do a quick revisit of the passage that we talked about on Monday, and that's Philippians 4, and we specifically looked at verses 4 through 8. And I don't know about you. I have one social media outlet. I am just on Facebook because if I was on something else, it'd take up way too much time. But just scrolling through, like, that literally can give you anxiety if you let it, because there's just so many. Right now, there's just so much political stuff going on, and that's like basically dominates Facebook. But then every so often, there is like this thankful post because it's November, so Thanksgiving's coming up. And a lot of people do like a thankful challenge, each day saying something they're thankful for. And when I come across those posts, sometimes it's just like a breath of fresh air and it's so nice. And honestly, looking back over this crazy year, I've noted some people have pointed out, um, this year has, given us more time to be with our families and those that we're close to and we live with, and this last half of the year has also made us sort of forced us to our knees to in prayer, because there's just so many things going on that we can't control and we feel like we have to pray. And I know personally in my life it's sort of sad that sometimes prayer is the last thing we go to when I can't feel like I can't control anything anymore. That's when I go to. So I hope that if there's one thing that comes out of 2020, it's that we have a stronger prayer life. We have a life that isn't necessarily like a prayer life that's not necessarily an emergency kit that we go to when nothing else is working, but it's that first thing we go to. And Philippians 4 really does sort of focus on prayer. So verse 6 says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God." So it starts off, don't worry about anything, in everything. So not necessarily for everything, the situations that led me to have a better prayer life and that gave me more time, with those that I live with aren't necessarily good things. I'm not thankful for, a pandemic. I'm not thankful for, national turmoil. But in those situations, I can still be thankful. And then so in prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, and I think that's a really big key, is it's not, it's also recognizing, what we have to be thankful for, and that, we can be thankful in any situation. Let your request be made known unto God. And then it's after that prayer and supplications, after that thankful spirit, that the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keeps your heart and minds. It's just this insurmountable peace. And I think I was just reading through it and I realized it said your hearts and your minds. Your heart is, the depth of your emotion, the seat of your emotion. Your mind is those thoughts. And, emotions and mind go back and forth on influencing each other. And God's like, I got that all covered. I got both your heart and your mind in this amazing, amazing peace. And there's so much going on, and it's really easy to get stressed out. It's really easy to get stressed out right now, but we as believers can have peace with God. We have peace with God, and we can have the peace of God. And I think that peace in the midst of turmoil is going to be a huge testimony to those around us who don't have that anchor of Christ, don't have that anchor of God. And I think that can be a huge testimony. And going forward from here, I really think that if nothing else, this year is here to shake up believers and shake up the church, and be like, okay, we need to be on fire. So much we've assimilated to culture and we just want to fit in because we have this culture where it's really easy to fit in and still be called a Christian and to be popular and well liked. But I mean, I'm not saying that that's going to change any. I don't know. But I think that this year is a good year to be shaken up and know that we need to live lives that are on fire for God, that are lives that are different than the world, not just assimilating to what everyone likes and what's popular and what's easy to live, but that we can stand up and be a light in this world of darkness. And that comes, first of all, with just showing the peace of God to other people when everything else seems to be falling down around us. And honestly, I hate in some regards 2020. Like, I really don't like things that happened in 2020. But I think that we can take a lot of lessons from it and we can burn brighter and we can be such a testimony to the world around us, guys. So, no matter what happens, we know that we have God and we have hope because our hope isn't in, people around us. It's not in our government. It's not in, whatever we think that we can have our hope in. It is God, and God is never changing, and He can give us peace, and we can trust in Him no matter the situation. So my camera is getting close to filling up with its time, so I'm going to let you go. I hope this was an encouragement to you guys. Keep the faith, guys, and we will see you again on Monday. Bye.